Hello, everyone. Welcome to Week 12, the NFL Algorithm Sunday Update Edition. How did we do on Thanksgiving? Yeah, Detroit, boy, are they an awful team. We had projected that they were going to win by 3 points. They got walked all over. That stunk, but this game was a high scoring game at least. So we did catch one with Washington +3 and it's hitting the over. So whatever. But Detroit, really, really rough team against the pass. They did not impress. So let's talk about this weekend, Sunday and Monday, and apparently Tuesday. I got to update this because this Pittsburgh game's actually happening Tuesday at 8 p.m. I will fix that in the schedule and change that around. But let's talk about. I have updated the injury report as of Saturday, the 28th, early in the morning. But it's good enough for now. I mean, I'll probably run an update Sunday morning or something and maybe send out an image with an updated projected scoring if some injuries change because there's a lot of injuries in here. There's still no kicker for the Giants, so that's screwing up the scoring on the Giants. Anyway, point is, let's just talk about the games, go through it, and see if we can come up with any information that we can act on. It looks good here. So, what I have this sorted by and filtered by is, do we like this team with the spread points, either plus or minus the points over here? Well, let's zoom in and see what we can do. So, it looks like the top pick of the day by point wise, it really thinks that Carolina is going to walk all over Minnesota. Even though the win score is only at 15% or so, the projected score is really, really high up there. And I guess it doesn't like Minnesota's defense and thinks Carolina's playing better. This game's in Minnesota, though, which makes this a little tougher. You get 3.5 points with Carolina, which is weird. So that apparently is supposed to be a really good pick at Carolina plus 3.5. Wow, and plus 160. So that's interesting. Seattle and the Eagles. Um, Here, really like Seattle. Yeah, this makes perfect sense, which every time it makes perfect sense. That 250 looks like a really good price for Seattle against the Eagles. The Eagles are terrible. Terrible. It says take them -5.5, but definitely take them to win at -250. Likes that. New Orleans and Denver. Probably Taysom Hill back there. Really strong score percentage for New Orleans. Huge. Favors them by 11. You only have to take them -6. Well, I mean, Denver played well against Miami last week, but New Orleans is better than Miami, I think. So, trust the algorithm. Thinks they're going to cover. Rams thinks they're going to cover against the Niners. Thinks they're going to win by 9-ish. Yeah, nine-ish. And that's a little closer because the Niners can play better. But this is in Los Angeles. Rams have been playing well. They are playing well. It does favor wins. -305. Some tough games here, as you can see, like teams having to win by a touchdown. Are they really gonna roll over them? I don't know. It's tough games to take all these minus points, but this one really looks interesting. And this was Carolina beating Detroit last week as well, where they also crushed them like 20-0. So keep an eye on that. Seeing that all the way up there with plus points is crazy. The Steelers game not happening probably till Tuesday. Dolphins and Jets. Yeah, thinks they're going to win by 8, but you got to take a -7. You don't know what the quarterback situation is with Tua kind of playing iffy last week against Denver. And it could be Fitzmagic throwing interceptions, but there's a huge win score percentage because the Jets are 0-10 or 0-11 or 0-10, I think, right? So at only -286, that looks crazy cheap. That actually looks funky. Seems like that should be minus like 400 at least. But I don't know. It's a funky, weird game. This game's in New York. Miami just let you down. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, the algorithm does say take them -7. Barely. But taking the win seems like better for a parlay bet. Indianapolis and Tennessee. Thinks Indianapolis wins by 7. Wow. I'm surprised Indianapolis is favored here. Tennessee is playing well. This is in Indianapolis. This is one of those where I probably like Tennessee +3, but the algorithm doesn't agree with me. The algorithm says that Indianapolis' defense probably is so good that they hold Tennessee, and Tennessee beating Baltimore last week, they're not going to pull that in Indianapolis maybe in a dome. Although Derrick Henry's probably still going to run. So that's interesting that it thinks they're really going to cover in there. Minus 182 is not that bad of a line for Indianapolis to win there. Raiders and the Falcons. Thinks the Raiders win only by 4, but you have to take a -3. That's too close. I understand why that's close. That's scary there. That's way too close. So that's not a good game to pick there unless you take Atlanta plus the 3. It's almost the same either way. A tough game. I'd stay away from it. Now, why is it favoring the Patriots over Arizona? That doesn't make any sense. That's ridiculous. Because it's in New England. That's why it's probably doing that. I don't know, but it's point projections. I don't get that. I don't get that. That's New England up here. Really? Got 2 QBs adding up in there. You got Cam Newton and Brian Hoyer, so you're doubling the QB points even though one of them's playing. That's kind of distorting stuff. So keep that in mind. When you have 2 QBs playing a lot, it can kind of screw up the way it sums up the point projections. So I don't like this pick. I like Arizona in this game, even in New England. I think they're just a better team. And you can get, Arizona's -2. It's the other way around. So I don't agree with the algorithm there. I kind of think the algorithm is a little inflated and incorrect. Like I would want to remove the quarterback that's not playing. And the way you could do that is, you could go in here and you could look at your quarterbacks and you could say, oh, if Hoyer is not supposed to play, if it's supposed to still be Cam Newton, then you could take Hoyer's number out of here. Just remove it like right there. And then remember you did that and fix it for later. Although that's probably not a good way to do it. You just remove his number from right here. If you did that and then you went back here and refreshed this table, Hoyer's going to be gone. And watch what happens to the picks when you refresh this table also. 2 different refreshes on 2 tables. All of a sudden, it's still 24-23. Is that true? Let me look and see if that is. Let's open this up. It's still 1.6. Why? Should be. Oh, no, now he's gone. Sorry. Refresh this. Sorry. Yep. Refresh that. And then go back and refresh this. Score's going to change. If you pull him out of there, all of a sudden it's now Arizona wins this game 22-23 if you don't have Hoyer's stats in there. Although it still says take the Patriots +2 at home. So keep that in mind. I'm going to leave Hoyer out of there unless we need to put Hoyer back in because he's going to start instead of Cam Newton. That's one of those game time decisions and why if you have the file, it's easier to manipulate this on the fly if you want to use it to that extent. Chargers and Buffalo is supposed to be a tie. Interesting. In Buffalo, that does, wow. Because they both have a lot of offense, huh? Interesting. Consider an over there if the weather isn't some like crazy lake effect 2 degrees outside. I don't know what it's supposed to be. So it says take the Chargers +4.5. Tampa Bay +3.5 barely. This is at home against Kansas City. It's going to be a good game. Is this the Monday night game? No, the other one's this is the Sunday night game probably, right? Tampa Bay. Yeah, of course. They put Brady on Sunday or Monday night like every single game. It's funny. So that's a tough one, though. It's so close, right? So close. I think Kansas City could walk all over them, too, just like they have been doing. Tampa Bay will blow it. I like Kansas City there. Actually, I like Kansas City -3.5, even though the algorithm says too close. And then Jacksonville and Cleveland. Thinks Cleveland wins this game by 5, but you get Jacksonville with 7. Tough game. I don't like putting money on Jacksonville. This is at home, though. Ugh. It's one of those where Jacksonville, tough one. I guess go with the algorithm, I guess. All right, so now that we're 9-10 minutes into this, let's start taking games off that we don't really like. So I don't like Jacksonville, even though that's not probably a bad bet on a parlay because Cleveland has trouble winning games they got to win that by 7. Like that's Jacksonville sometimes will cover. It's not Pittsburgh they're playing Cleveland here. They might cover that. But let's move them off because it's just too far down on the thing. Really the pick of the day is probably Carolina +3.5. I mean, it's saying something bad about Minnesota's defense. It's saying that Carolina's offense and who's playing is hot and should be putting up points. Even though this is in Minnesota, Minnesota's been just blew game to Dallas. Like, this is hot team going against cold team, right? Did they win last week? I can't remember. Did Minnesota win last week? They lost to the Cowboys, right? Yeah. Yeah, they lost 28-31. Yeah, they didn't have defense against Cowboys, who got spanked by the Redskins on Thanksgiving, right? All right, so that's got to be the pick of the day. And really, to win at plus 165, also, it gives you a positive on win score and point projections by 15 freaking points. That's insane. I guess that's what it's saying. Um, hmm. So if you're going to do like a parlay, what would you get off this list that was too scary? One, Pittsburgh isn't playing until Tuesday, so let's get rid of that. The Monday night game is the Seattle game, so let's leave that off for Sunday parlays. We'll worry about that. We talk about games after Sunday. Bears. I didn't talk about Bears and Packers or Bengals and Giants. How did I miss these games? Bears and Packers 23-23 in Green Bay. Crazy, because Chicago's defense is good. I don't believe that at all. I know you get 9. It says take 9 points plus Chicago because you get 9. That's crazy. Are people out on Green Bay injury-wise? Okay, oops, I got somebody's questionable Achilles not in here that I should. Who's got COVID? A.J. Dillon. Couple questionables here. Who are these questionables? Who's hurting? Oh, Marquez, he's hurting after he fumbled and got death threats. God, Tyler Irvin. Yeah. I mean, that's sneaky that the algorithm is saying this, that Chicago plays them tight, which is really weird. I'm scared of it because Green Bay is a good team, so I'm going to remove it from this list, but I guess know that it said that. Then the Bengals and the Giants, because there's no kicker for the Giants. So the Giants are supposed to win this game. You need to add kicking points in there. It's screwed up. I'd take the Giants on the money line, but it's screwed up because, I don't know. So let's get Cincinnati off there. Patriots in Arizona, I would not take the Patriots. They're not playing well. Chargers and the Bills. Bills can be a good team. I would not take the Chargers. Miami and the Jets. Like I said, some questionables on Miami, and you have to take a -7 for even money. So you got to get Miami off this list, and unless you want to put the money line on a parlay. Raiders and Falcons is sketchy because it's supposed to be 3 and 4. So let's get rid of the Raiders. Bucks and Chiefs, we didn't like the Bucks because we might like the Chiefs there, but it's the Sunday night game. It's tough. That's a tough game. I'd go with the over and just root for points, like to Brady to either throw touchdowns or interceptions, and there'd be a lot of points in this game. I think that would be fun. But getting it off there. So now Indianapolis, Rams, Saints, and Broncos. Well, I mean, we really love this Carolina plus 3.5 is the pick of the week, right? So are the rest of these good on a parlay? The Rams -6.5. It's my guess. Should they win by more than a touchdown, or the Niners going to put up a fight? Saints -6 is supposed to be better because they're supposed to win by 11 over Denver. They've been doing nothing but right, although they're going to be in Denver. Mile High Air can sometimes screw things up. They're not great games, and Indianapolis against a very good Tennessee team -3 points is also not a great pick. But this is what it's saying to do is a 4-team round robin type thing. Not really a parlay, but all these with or without the points. That's what it says. I'm scared of this. But there's a lot of other stuff in there. So I know I'm just yammering on, but all right, pick of the week. Carolina plus 3.5. That's what we're doing. Worry about Monday later. And I guess, I don't know, that's what I know for now. There'll probably be a quick little update on Sunday morning for those of you who care. But that was an interesting look at the games in Week 12. And good luck to everybody.